Hi friends, so this is Vinod Kumar. I'm back again with a new video from I'm in Azure YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing good and safe wherever you are. So, so what is today's agenda? So in the last video, we have discussed about how we are going to push the CSV data into EventHub. So to continue that, I will show you how we can read the data from the EventHub into some storage. So today I'm going to use Cosmos to be the storage that as a destination. So I will be creating a function which will be triggered whenever we find data inside an event hub, and it will write data into the Cosmos DB. So let's get started with that. Let me share my deck really quick. Here you go. So in the last section, we have seen that we have uploaded some data to blob storage, and the message is being written to this event hub, which is CEV event hub, and the message count is 3 here today. And this is the code for that, what we have for the last session. So what I'm going to do now is, I don't want the code here, everything. I just going to put it on a different file and call it as a method. So cut. Okay, instead I can do, I will create a folder here. I will call it as business here, else it can just be a business. And I will creating, okay, I will extract this method, and the method name is here. So I will put the method name to be push data to CSV. Okay, so this is my function. Great. And inside this business class, I want new file which can be something like operations. Okay, I will CSV operation .cs. This will create me the file. I have to add the namespace. My namespace is CSV push project, and I will create a class, public class name same as the file name, that is CSV operations operation, and I will call that method here. And I don't want to put this here, so what I will do is I will cut it from here and put it here inside this. So it is asking you to add new spaces. Stream IO, then this can be Azure EventHub, logger can be extensions logger. Cool, great. So this is how it goes, and here I will add reference to that package. Okay, this has to be some other. So now I can wait. Why is it not? I have to call it on an object by using an object. So I have to create the object of that class. So that is CSV operations OP equal to new CSV operations, and I will add this reference here, and with this I will call this method. Why is it throwing error? Cannot be accessed an instance qualified with a type name instant. Oh, is it a static class? There you go. I did a bloody mistake. It has to be called with a static. Done. I don't need any reference also. Cool. Now, so today's requirement is we need to somehow read the data, whatever we have pushed from this blob, this function app to this event app. I have to read from here. So I'm going to create a new function for that. I can go here, create a new function. So this time it should be an event hub trigger because we want to upload data from the event hub. So whenever a new data is seen in the event hub, I have to add it to that cosmosdb. So I'm going to pull it at event hub. So I have to give a name for this function. So I will put it as event hub to cosmos. Just add push here, push data. Okay, I will put it to something like this, push data to cosmos. I will be using the same namespace, and it is asking me for a app settings file. I don't have anything right now, so okay, I have it. I have this, and it is asking me the event hub name. The event hub name is C. Okay, if you look at here, it is asking me the setting that is needed for this. That is needed to trigger this function app, a function we are going to create. So we are going to trigger it based on the event hub. So I'm selecting the connection string that we have earlier. So it is event hub, and it is asking for the event hub name, which is CEV event hub. You see the same name here. So this is my event hub. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, the name is correct. So I can proceed with this. So it will start creating a new event hub trigger. Once this is done, you will see a file here, which is push data to Cosmos, inside which again we have the same kind of some boiler code that is given by Microsoft. So here you see the function has an trigger called event hub trigger, which is triggered by using the data whenever we push data into this event hub, and the connection string is this. So the connection string is again configured in the local.settings file, which is already done in the previous session. So you see this boiler code, right? So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this and show it to you how you will see the message that is coming up. You see this, what they are doing here is they are reading the message and pushing it to the, I mean, they are logging it on the console. So I'm going to run it quickly. There you go. It is restoring the packages. Then the function host, it is starting the function host. Yeah, the runtime is up and running. And you see the two functions up here, the flop trigger and the event hub trigger. And the function names are the same. The function push CSV data to event hub, and the other one is push data to Cosmos. And you see the messages here. These are the messages that we have written in the previous session. where we have pushed this data, where the lead, title, phone number, something like this. So right now what I want to do is I want to write this data into Cosmos data, Cosmos DB. So for that, what I need is I need a Cosmos instance. Let me just go ahead and create it real quick. Cosmos, Azure Cosmos DB, create, which will ask me for the name. So it is event. Okay, I can put it as CSV data, something like that. And the location, I'm choosing it to be Central India. Central India. Rest of the things I'm putting all to be default values. I don't want to be over chatted. So the global setting is disabled. Network, all public networks. This is, I'm keeping them to be the default values. Encryption service. Okay, I don't need any tags, so I'm just going to review it. So validation in progress. So it will again fail if we have any kind of policies that are restricting this deployment. So let's see if I have, okay, so nothing is stopping me from creating this. So the validation is success. So I'm just going to create the Cosmos DB account. So it started deploying. So once this is deployed, I have to create the database and the collection where I can put all the messages that I have written to EventHub. Again, in the last section, if you look at this code, the data, push data to EventHub, I have created this data in a JSON where I'm adding this Angular resist and I am adding the data in the form of key value pair. That's what you are seeing in the screen earlier. Okay. I believe it's close. Yeah, this is the one. So this is how we were writing. So I will put this data into the Cosmos DB. So Cosmos is a NoSQL database where you can put the data in a unstructured format. So it's still under deployment. That will take a couple of minutes. So guys, I request you, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will try to answer them. Okay, the deployment is taking some time. You see the message output going messages also count is 3 because we have read it on the console. Let me just go to the storage account. Here is the CSV Cosmos account. If I go inside this, okay, on the first screen it is asking, it is giving me a message saying like your Cosmos account is ready, and if you have any kind of these platforms, I just need to add them. With based on the platform, I can use the sample code that they have given here. So right now I don't need any of them. I can directly go to Data Explorer where I can create the database and the container where I can put my CSV items. Okay, the container, the Explorer is up here, and it created a default notebook. I don't want them, so I'm going to create a new container here. I am giving container name like EventHub data, and I don't want the scaling to be auto scale. I just put it manual, and rest of the things I'm keeping default, and click OK. Oh, it is asking to give partition key. So partition key can be, okay, what is this? Partition key is usually, okay, let me just read out this message for you. The partition key is used to automatically partition data among several servers for scalability. So choose a JSON property name that has a wide range of values and is likely to have evenly distributed. So basically this value you need to choose from your CSV or the data that you are passing it. So based on that, it will create some partitions in the backend, which will help in retrieving data very faster. So for now, I will be choosing title to be my partition key. So here you go, title. Okay, so it will start creating the container for me. The request verb not supported. Why? More details. Okay, the database is created, but the container is not being created. Why? I missed the container name. EventHub destination. Okay, put its destination container, something like that. Okay, I think I have to create it from here. Just refresh this. So I see the database has been created. So let me just add new container here, and the container name destination container, and the partition can be slash title, and indexing automatic find. Click OK. So this has to create my container now inside the EventHub data. So the container name is destination container, and you see the item count is now 0. So now let's add the data that we are collecting from the EventHub to this to this cosmosdb container. So for that, I will go here. I will stop this, and I will go to this push data to Cosmos, and here what I will do is inside the CSV operation, I will create one more method. It can be internal. I want to create a static method. It can be an async task, push data to Cosmos. There you go. Now to push data into Cosmos DB, the very first thing I need is I need to interact with this Cosmos. So I need something called Cosmos client. Then by using this, I have to look if the container is present or not. I have to look for the database and the container existence inside this Cosmos account. So this is again a inbuilt class that is given by Microsoft. I can show you really quick on the Google, which is Cosmos client in Azure function. I can put it as a class actually. So this is a class that is given by Microsoft. So if I have to use this class, I need this namespace. So this is the assembly that I need, and the package name is this one. So I will import this package to my code. Okay. So that is .NET add package and the Microsoft.azure.cosmos. So which will start adding the package to my folder. So you can see it in this file. Right now I don't have it. Once this is done, it will add this package. So the version that is added is the latest version, which is 3.18.0, which is as per the document. So now once this is package is installed, I can just use it here. So that is Cosmos client equal to new Cosmos client, and I need to import that package here. So by using the using statement, and here if you look at the class, it has three constructors, which is taking a blank value, an default constructor which is empty, then it is looking for the connection string, then it is looking for the authorization token and the account endpoint. So we will be going with the second constructor, which is taking the connection string, and we can give other client options as well. This I can show you. So for the connection string, I have to go to the portal back, go to this, then on this account, if I scroll down, I have a session called keys, where I will see the URL, primary key, secondary key, and the connection strings. So I can just take one of these two keys, primary or secondary, and I can use it inside. So basically, we generally don't put our keys inside our code. As this is a demo section, I'm just putting it. Instead, you can put it in the local.settings.json file, and you can read it in the code. There are so many open sources or blocks out where you can see how we can read data from local.settings.json into our code. Then once this client is created, I can go for client dot get container method, so which is expecting the database ID and the container ID. Again, I'm just hard coding the values here. So the first value I should give the database name. So my database name here is, there you go, it is EventHub data. Is it data or database? Yeah, it's EventHub data. So EventHub data, and inside that my container name is destination container. Destination container. I'm just going to double check this 12 EventHub data destination container. Yeah. So I will get here the container instance, and now what I can do is I can add data to this container. So for that, what I can do is container dot add. Let's create item async. So I can add an item to this. So my item in this case is the message what I get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it as an object. This is data, and the data is message body, and this is an async call, so I have to await this. Okay. The basic thing that one more thing I want to highlight here is in Cosmos, whatever items you create, if you say this, let me just create one item. The default, it will expect an ID as a key. If I save this, the one must key that is it expect is ID. So if we don't have ID in our data that we are passing to this Cosmos, it will definitely fail. So in the message body that we are getting data from the CSV. The CSV doesn't have the ID column. So to avoid the failure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a column or the property that is ID, and I'm giving it a value called, I'm just giving it a new GUID so that it will have a default value. There you go. So once this is done, I have to, oh, I wrote this code inside this trigger. I don't need to add it here. Instead, I will cut it here and I will put it in the operations file. It's here, and I just have to add this namespaces system, and this message is something that I should get it from here. So which is a string value. So I can just go here and I will add a parameter like this, and here inside this method function, I will call that method, which is CSV operations dot push to Cosmos, and I have to send message. Done. Await it. And now let me run this real quick. So this will start building the process again. It will start restoring the packages, and it will launch that function code tool to execute the functions. Okay, so this is up and running. So you see those two functions listed here, and my host is ready to read the data from the Cosmos, from the CSV and put it into the Cosmos. So what I can do is I can just go here, go to my blob back, which is here. This is my blob. What I will do is I will go to the container, CSV container. I am going to remove this, and I am going to upload it back. Upload. So once this is uploaded, you will see the function app that is push CSV data to EventHub is triggered. Okay, great. So you see this executing push data to EventHub is triggered, where it is reading the headers and values and it is pushing it into EventHub. So this is executed. Then once this is executed, that means data is available on EventHub. So once the data is available on EventHub, it will trigger this one because we have an EventHub trigger, which will execute my other function, which is push data to Cosmos. That it started executing that, and the message is written because inside this event trigger, we are writing it here on the console. And before that, we have this function which is push data to Cosmos. So it should have written this data by now. So let's just go and check it. So let me just check the metrics here first. I have to see 6 messages now. 3 are getting added. The screen is still showing 3. Yeah, there you go. The 6 messages were written. You see a spike here. The income messages also updated to 6. Now let's just go to cosmosdb and check if it is added there as well. So I have to go to Data Explorer. Then I have to select my database, then container, and I have to go to items. Okay, you see here, I see three more items that are being added here, where you see the data is added here in the form of a single file. We haven't deserialized it, so it is adding it as a single row. The data lead, something like this. So if I want to add it as a key value, what should I do? Let me just go to this definition. Can just deserialize it, convert dot d. I have to import the new newtonsoft.json package, then deserialize object to dynamic and add the message here, and I have to read the data message, and I will send this message here. Instead of that, I will put it as a message. Let me just save this and run the function app back again. I'm just doing Control C, and clear off this, and let's trigger this again. Now back again, I am going to push the code, the CSV to the storage account again. So let me just delete it from here. Delete. And here the function is running. What I will do is I will just change something here, just to make sure we are getting the correct right data. Then I'm just putting some random names. Shrikant, Vikas, something like that. I'm just putting them as leads and saving this file. It is waiting for that. I'm going to upload the file again, CSV file. Okay, upload. So once this is uploaded, you will see this being triggered. Yeah, this is triggered and it is pushing data to Cosmos. Oh, it is failing to pass there. I have to go to this method. Oh, this is the method. Well, I will do. I can create a class itself. Let me create the class. So what I have here. Okay, just create a class called person and create it in a new file. And here I will add properties, string, sorry, here it is, lead, Control C, Control E, Control E, and I'm going to add it real quick. And notes. Okay. Let me trigger it back and push data again. It's just matter of some case serializing. So the file is uploaded. So why is it still failing? Let me put a breakpoint here and try to resolve this real quick. Okay. It is in JSON format and the person class has all the properties. Let me go through it. There you go. It seems it fell there. Interesting. Why is it failing to deserialize this? Okay. Okay, this message has everything that it needs. Then definitely it should write. Okay, let me check the data again. I believe there is some problem with this data itself. It is having some special characters. Let me remove everything and put it in a sample data. Yeah, we can handle this as well, but this needs some kind of troubleshooting and understanding. Just putting it some sample data, test data, test data, test. I'm going to save this. So my EventHub is already flushed up with messages. So let me do one thing. Let me create a new hub. I don't want to push it into the same one. Instead, I will do is okay. I'll put something like person hub. Let me copy this name. Create it real quick. I'm creating it under same namespace, so I can just change here and here. Done. So if I go inside this event hub, I will not have any messages. Let me trigger this now and see if it success this time or not. Okay, let me go to the storage container, CSV container, to just delete this file and upload a new one. CSV data, okay, upload. So this has to trigger that. Yeah, it hit the breakpoint. Continue, continue. Yeah. Seems it is writing, so I can just remove them and run it. Okay, you see this message like executed push data to Cosmos without any exceptions. So the problem is with the kind of data that I'm uploading. It's not with the data, we can actually take care of them as well, but it needs some kind of investigation. So I'm just putting it very simple. So you see this nodes has been text, something very simple. I'm just disconnecting this and let me go to that event hub real quick. I just want to show you the messages count. So the event hub name is person hub, which should have 3 messages. Okay, it is also taking some time. Meanwhile, I will go to Cosmos. My Cosmos name is CSV data and Explorer, then data, destination, items. You see here, the message is written Vikas Titan phone. It is written in a valid JSON format. So something like this. And by now the messages has to be shown here. Yeah, the message count is 3 and 3. So this is how you can push your Cosmos, the CSV data all along to Cosmos with an event hub in between. So that's all I have for now. Please feel free to drop any questions on the comment section. I am happy to help them. Yeah, thanks all for watching this video. Thank you so much. Bye.